Hey guys, so I thought we would go outside first and see what the hailstorm Friday night or Thursday night did. It is Friday morning, and I'll attach this to the front of the Saturday Strolling video. But we do have quite the debris from the trees here in the porch, as well as all along the walkway there. But I did figure out how to pull the chicks away from the hens, and I guess it's not rocket science, guys. I made it seem like it was such a hard job to do, but it's literally not that hard. And I was in the process of putting them, scattering, kind of filling in my empty spots when, well, that happened. So that's a project for another time. And then let's just turn around here. Miss Piggy got a little bit of damage on her. Not a lot, just a little bit. Some of these leaves are from the tree and some of them are from her, but I think she'll be fine. And then the columbine took a little bit of beating. I did lose a couple of flowers, but other than that, I think they survived pretty good. The rose bushes, not so much. They didn't do so well. This one here, oh my goodness, she was so pretty the day before. I think I took some pictures. I'll add them in if I did. I know I intended to, just don't remember if I did. But as you can see, brand new flowers got ruined. I've got tree pieces in here. A lot of her leaves got beat up. And these blooms that were gorgeous are now going to go over quicker. Cool thing about her, though, she has lots and lots of buds, so she'll be in bloom again. I'll just have to clean her up. And then this one, I know I took a picture of. She is so gorgeous, but look what it did. Just ruined this bloom. Just ruined it. The good news is we've got some more coming, so that's nice. Same thing with this one. This one was already going over, so I'm not too concerned about her. I know with the glare, it's kind of hard to see her, but look, this is what she looks like. She's got this beautiful salmon peach. I don't know. Let me see if I can get out of the sun. See if I can take some of the sun away. But look at that. I'll take pictures of her later in the day too to show you. I love this one. I love this one. And then my climber, almost fell. A lot of her blooms got knocked off, as you can see. And a lot of her branches were damaged. But look at the show. We still have a beautiful show. So I'm not too upset about that one either. And I really need to get her in a pot because I'm having to water this one every day. She's got a lot going on. Now, some of these were going over, so this is not the storm at all. You can see a lot of her leaves and everything got damaged and beat up, and they're all laying down there. So later today, I'll have to get out here and do some cleaning up. Oh, I just noticed my one little baby here got messed up. I don't even know what these are going to be, guys. I don't know if these are tulips. I don't know what these are. One of my patients that we discharged her, and she is moving out of state, and she just brought these to me. She's like, I know you like flowers here. I have no idea what they are. They did come with tags. Like, she did have these tags in there. But I don't even know if that is what this is supposed to be. So I will just have to wait and see if it ever blooms for me, and we'll go from there. This one kind of got beat up too. All right, well, let's get inside and let's look at okay. Before we go inside, though, I wanted to show you guys this one. This is the one that's by my back door. And last year she was all scraggly and just all over the place. But look at it this year. I've been really keeping up with keeping it pushed into the trellis, the metal trellis that's behind her. But let's just take a gorgeous look at her. Let me see if I can walk up these steps without falling. Look at this. She did not get too much damage just because it wasn't blowing this way. It was kind of just coming straight down, and she was kind of protected. I mean, a couple of her leaves did get a little beat up on the edge, but look at this one. This is just gorgeous. Look at all the blooms on this thing and all the buds. This is the show that I did not get last year, but look at her this year. She has just got blooms everywhere. And they smell pretty good. I still have to get kind of up close and personal with her to smell her, but other than that, look at her. All right, now we'll go inside and look at the orchids. We're just going to start on this table right here with the phals. I've kind of moved some of them. They were kind of crunched together. I only have, I think, 9 on this table at the moment. Most of them are, now I was going to say most of them are ICPUs, but they're not. This is ICPU, that one, that one. So there's only 3 ICPUs up here, but this is one from September, and this one did bloom for us. It's doing fine. It's growing a nice new leaf. I'm going to be doing an update on the ICPU orchids in the next couple of weeks, so be sure to look out for that. This is the one that is in spike right here. I had it over there, and this spike is just doing what it wants to do, so I'm just going to leave it. It is a white one with, I think it has the little maroonish red lip. We'll see. We'll let it bloom. I am going to cut the spike. I'm not going to keep it in bloom the whole time, the 3 to 4 months it can be in bloom. I'm going to go ahead and cut it because I want the leaves to get back to this. And as you can see, it's not there. So I will cut the spike. She'll probably need a repot because she is kind of eating up this pot. I might get away with 1 more year. She's been in this since, let me see if I can get the tag out so I can see how long she's been in this particular setup. Let's see, 21. So she's been in this since June of 22, so about 2 years. She might just need a little freshen up, a little more room. I'm not sure. Then this one here is the black dot that was just in bloom for us. And this leaf right here kind of looks suspicious. Kind of weird looking, but I don't see any kind of bugs or anything on it. It just looks kind of weird. Not sure. Okay. And then, of course, the Moonlight. This is the really small, pure white bloomed one that is so, so pretty. Chia E Yinlin, still working on this leaf here. And it was recently in spike, had 2 spikes for us. And we have a lovely new leaf growing in that one there. This is the yellow one that I recently cut the spike off of. Or was it this one? Oh, guys, I can't remember. I moved them around. Normally, I like to keep them in the same spot so I know these things. Nope, it was not this one. So it was this one. This is the one that had the yellow spike in it. And down here, not much going on with these ladies. I'm waiting to see what the next leaf looks like on this one here. Well, on these 2, because this one may end up going in the bin. It's not getting worse, so I think the spider mites are in control, or under control, not in control. But I'm just waiting on some new leaf growth just to kind of see if it's kind of cleared itself out. If the next set of leaves on either one come with damage and kind of look like this, I'm binning it, because since they're all entwined, I'm not going to keep one over the other. This one here looks like, oh no, that's just a piece of perlite in there. I'm not sure how that got in there, but we're going to take this and we're just going to take that out of there. I'm not sure how that perlite got in there, but this is one of our ICPUs from, I believe, November. Yes, this is one from November. Still not really, I mean, she looks a little sad, but as you can see, she's got a little root trying to make it there. So we're just going to keep it, see what happens to it. She's not completely gone down yet. Loki, that's not being a very good supervisor. Let those people mind their own business. Go get in your place. Sorry about that. I had to fuss at him a little bit. This one here is the Savory Orange that was sitting up here. Decided to move it down here. Recently repotted it. And as you can see, those roots are still nice and viable. And then the Hippodomia up there, she does have quite a few new growths. Let's see if I can zoom in. There's one right there finishing off, and she's got a couple of more in that area there. We're going to look at the mounts here in the next few days as well, really closely. Speciosa just working on the leaf. The Nodosa down here is doing or is this the little stars? Hold on. Is this the Nodosa? Or, no, this is my Brassavola Little Stars. There we go. Yeah. This is the piece that's left. I did have more of it, but the other other section died. And since we have it down, let's just move it over here and take a look. But as you can see, she's got lots of new growth on this side. Trying to see if we, oh well, we have some weird growth patterns over here, but you know what? She's growing. That's what matters. And then, don't really see much going up. No, still on that one side there. But it's doing. That's it. I'm going to set her right here. I don't want to set her in the chair in case Loki decides to jump up there. He usually doesn't get in his chair if there's something there, but you know, he's been a little weird today. And then I did finally move Inscriptiosis up to get a little brighter light. So it was living right down there. Moved her up to get a little more light. This is the latest leaf coming. Looks like she's getting ready to open it. Kind of see it. Let's see. Kind of see where it's getting ready to start to split. And sometimes I do like to open those for them because she's so tender right now. I'm leaving her alone. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's just mechanical damage. Every time I see something that looks like one of our friends, I get a little paranoid. But this one does get flushed a lot more often than the other ones. And I just realized I did not put her in the species summer blooming videos. Well, there are a couple of others, so there will be a part 3 coming out next week. And then looks like our Horace Maxima crossed with Potnera Dick Smith is actually going to go ahead and attempt that bloom. It's starting to bud, so it looks like it comes straight out without a sheath. This will be a first-time bloomer for me, so be sure to subscribe and know when I post that so you can see. Not real good with the Instagram or the community tab quite yet. I did end up cutting the new growth that was on this one just because the leaves were blackening and getting soggy. So I did cut that back in hopes that she would revert her energy into perhaps that new growth or this one right here. So hopefully one of these two will go ahead and start picking up. And then all the beautiful ladies up here on this top shelf of the large metal rack. Look at Queen's Bear. Look at her. Look at those gorgeous blooms. I am just loving the show that she is putting on. Just loving it. I'm just going to let her bloom out. And then when she's fully bloomed out, when she starts dropping those first couple of flowers, then I'm going to cut the spike. I'm not going to let it completely die out. Sunshine, working on her leaf. And then I think this is the Eucadon, still finishing off that leaf. And Keiki back there is not doing too much, but is also growing. That leaf right there on one of our rescues from November, I believe, is finishing off. And then I think this is the Zen Diamond, new leaf. And then, of course, my gold staff here is working on a new leaf and still double spike there, loving that. Miss Morgan is working on her leaf. And so far, she has not shown any signs of distress from her repot that I did recently. And then this is another one of our November ICPUs, which has grown this leaf, and just noticed we have a new leaf coming in. So new leaves mean new roots, so she's probably going to be just fine. And then Miss Lark Song, who I hope will bloom for us this summer, working on this gorgeous leaf. And then I did move my Blue Star. Is it Blue Star? Yeah, my Blue Star up here. And I did give her magnesium bath after filming her the other day. And then we're not really going to talk about these ladies too much because, well, we just did a video on them. They've just been spotlighted, but give you a little quick view of what they look like. And this is what I was talking about, guys, when I said the hieroglyphica is literally like there's no reason for her to reach for the light. She just grows up that way because the Abenensis sits almost in the same spot, and you would think she would be reaching for the light since she's further away, as well as any of these others that kind of sit with the light would go up. I think that hieroglyphica is just growing out of her pot, and I probably just need to reposition her. And we are losing one of the Queen's blooms here. And if you don't know why I call this one the Queen, go check out part 2 of the summer blooming update video. And I think I'm going to have to cut Miss Snowflake's blooms because they're kind of going over. They look at them. I mean, this kind of bunch here looks okay, but this looks a little sad. So we may have to just cut those. Let her focus on new growth, which I don't see any in at the moment. And then this one here, my Miltonia, I am keeping up with the watering so far, fingers crossed. I do know that Hibiki needs way more water than I've been giving her, so I've been kind of leaving a little bit of water in the reservoir as well because she is in a moss bark mixture, so that'll help kind of in between keep her hydrated. I did cut the bloom off of the, which one is this? The Ace Ataki. I am going to need to water these. I can tell she's a little dehydrated just from these leaves right here. Still haven't done anything with these guys. I've just kind of watered and put them back there because I haven't really decided how I'm going to set this up. And then our silver wings with Nydia is senescing this leaf, but it is off of an older cane. Nothing to worry about, but look at the size of her new growths. Oh, I just love this. Hold on, I like to separate the leaves so that they don't stick, but look at this. This is her largest growth so far. We've got 5 leaves on this one, which is the most she's developed. Fingers crossed, not this one, but maybe this one might give us a bloom. We can see what she looks like. My Shara baby back there, just working on all of her new growths. I did see one small new growth in there, but I would have to pull her out to really show you guys. And then down here, look at that stonker of growth on that dendrobium. It's a Phalaenopsis dendrobium. It's a no ID. Look at all those roots coming out of there. Just, oh my goodness. I love it when the new roots come in. New roots. Roots. I obviously am not a verbal person today. And we're not going to talk about this. And they do need to be dusted. I've been keeping my windows open, so I do need to dust them again. Look at the stonker of growth on this one as well. This one is coming up nice and strong, and then that one of, whoop, if I can get it, there we go. That one is all going off to the side, so I do need to see if I can maybe take a strap and kind of bring it up a little bit. I do need to get it a little bit longer though. I don't want to snap it if I do it right now. Let's see, is Green Leopard doing anything other than root growth? See, there I go, root growth. I do feel a little lump here. And then this Roy is one I purchased. Has this lovely new growth coming on it. It is building in strength. And look at this chocolate chip. I did that one on purpose, guys. Chocolate chip. Oh my goodness. Loving this new growth come up here. And this one here, when it first started growing, it was wanting to go that way. When it reached a certain height, I did move it behind this one to kind of make it go up a little straighter. So you don't necessarily need to use a strap, guys. Oh, look, I just looked at this. Look at this new growth coming out on my royal chip here. But this is what I really wanted to show you guys. Let me unzoom it. Let me take this one out. This is the Dendrobium spectabula. But look at, I said I was going to take it out. Let me turn it around. Look at this. Look at that beautiful new growth. And the one that came from kind of down under, I can get it in focus, is actually going to have at least 2 leaves. The single leaf you see there was grown last year. And now we've got one that's going to have at least 2 leaves on it. So we're going to have 2 directions of growth. Fortunately, they're on the same side to kind of fill in that naked space back there. So this is the new growth on the cucullata. Look how much that's grown. I am loving that. I am going to have to, there we go. See how I kind of just moved it in front of this one. Kind of helped train it to go up so it doesn't go into the blind area when I'm opening and closing it. And then since we're right here, look at this beautiful new growth. I love how shiny and lime green it is when it first starts to come in. And then it gets that darker green. I'm loving that. And then look at the splotching on there. Oh my. I guess that would be, is that splotching or would you call that modeling? Either way it goes, it's beautiful. And then of course my Vanda here. But Kingianum, let me just take this out. Look, well, first look at those 3 growths. Look at those 3 growths. And then I did notice, let's see if I can find it. There is another growth. There it is. Do you see it? We have us another growth coming. And that is Happy Sap that we're looking at, guys. There it is. Oh my goodness, just gorgeous. And I'm just standing right here, and the smell of fabric softener is just wafting in the air from my little dusty rose here. It's surprising how strong of a scent these, what is it, 5 blooms can give off. I was standing like right over here. Let me just kind of stand back and give you, I was standing like right over there, but that small cluster of blooms, just even over here, I can smell it. It is delicious. I'm telling you guys, go get you one if you see it. Schilleriana, just talked about her, so we're not going to focus any time on her today. Let's see what we have over here. I don't see any spikes on this one quite yet. This is the Oro, and she is a yellow twinkle. And then the growth on my purpurata, well, if you can see it, there it is, just coming right on along. And then not much else going on this. Oh wait, I lied. She is very much like my gold staff. She is bloomed, and yes, the blooms are starting to go over, but I love the way that the curls in there. It kind of gives it a lacy look, don't you think? Anyway, growing a lovely new leaf, got lots and lots of active root tips. I will probably need to address her, I'm going to say next season. I'm going to leave her alone this year because I'm loving the wildness of her roots. And she's not quite growing out of the pot yet. I just know that her pot is filling up with roots. But I do need to get some more of the larger self-watering pots. And right now, those are not in the budget. And this one here is finishing her leaf. This is the one I named Sweet Tart, the little pink flowers. My Nobly down here, that is a named Nobly, well, came with the name. It is the Fancy Angel Likey. Look at the roots. Look at the roots. Like I told you guys, when these roots first start coming in, I love the way it excites me. It just excites me. And I'm sure everyone can understand my excitement for those of us who grow orchids, especially when we see these juicy root tips like this. Oh my goodness, loving it. She is starting to absorb. The Tolumnia here is starting to absorb her spike. I can see it drying out from the top. I'm still going to leave it on there, let her just absorb the rest of it. And then this is the Fragrance Fantasy. Not the Fragrance Fantasy. I can never remember the name of this. But this is the one that I got from Nicole Deanne back in 2021. I got her to bloom once since then. I'm hoping this is her year. It's the Sherry Baby, yeah, Red Fantasy. I called it I called it a fantasy something, but look at the growths on here. Look at that, I love that. And her leaves do look a little dehydrated, but I kind of like the way that looks. I know that sounds horrible, but these are coming in much better, much better. So my 2 Alocasia babies are doing rather well. Need to turn on my humidifier. I try to turn it on a couple of times a day. It might be out of water. Is it out of water? It is out of water. I need to add water. Look at that cute little root coming out of my Pachira. I love that. Love that. And somebody broke off the root tip, not paying attention. I'm going to have to stop putting her. I usually put her in a bowl to water. I'm going to have to just kind of set her on something and let the water run through because I don't want to keep breaking root tips. That's how that tip got broken. And then not much going on with those 2 down there. But our twinkle spikes, so we've got the 1, the 2, and the 3. Oh, no, there it is. You can see it there. I don't see any more. I'm not moving it too much. The only time I really move this one is when I'm dusting the shelf. To open my window, I move the big Vanda and just kind of reach around. And then this is the other white twinkle that now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 new growths on it, and this one is finishing off, so we might actually get a spike on this one. My G-Hose Pink Girl, we just talked about her, so we're not going to chat about her right now. And then the Pink Profusion Bloom, I'm really ahead of myself, Spike. It's just growing right on along, as well as my Bellina Cross here, the Mewtwo King, that big juicy freaking leaf, loving that. And then the Unicum, I skipped right on over. I still don't see any new growth on it, but I am hoping for another cane this year. I want at least one more cane. I don't care if it blooms, I just need another cane. And I have not figured out where to put my basket. Still working on that. I did move one of my Bellinas over here. Just kind of see how she does over here, because as I said in the video, I don't want to grow them both in the same spot. I want to kind of spread the love, you know? Spread the love. But I have been keeping a close eye just to make sure that nothing goes astray with her. And then I did move my Mother's Day orchid over here. And I'm waiting for some new root tips or something to happen so that I can get it out of this peat plug that it's in and get it into something a little bit better. And of course, Macro Bay Pops. He's like, you know, I'm taking my time. Maybe he'll be open for Father's Day. That would be amazing. And my Marasaki new growth, if I can get it there. There we go. Coming along, I'll probably have to kind of help strap it to this stake just so that it doesn't grow that way towards the window. I want it to kind of go up, more upright. And then the Sensor Blue, kind of what I did with this one is just at the bottom, I put a little Velcro just to kind of encourage it to kind of grow upward because it was kind of growing out and wanky as well. And let's check on Scary over here on her growth. If I can get the right angle. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it from here. I'm going to have to pick her up. I'm going to have to pick her up. And there it is. Still coming right on along, nice and pretty. And the roots are they active? They are still active. Okay. Whew. I thought they had died off. It is time. Today is her watering day. Right now I'm only having to water her every 7 to 10 days. Because she doesn't have a lot of roots in there, but I am keeping it hydrated. These bulbs are a little shriveled, but there is still some sustenance to them. Hopefully there's enough left in her to support that new growth coming in. This is my pink dendrobium. I'm going to take her out of the pot, guys. I'm just going to take her out, see what's going on, because she should have new roots coming in by now, and she has nothing. She did 2 new growths, and there are no new roots coming. There should be roots by now, because these growths, they finished off months ago. And then I believe this is the red apple right here. Whoop. Just working on leaf growth. Let's see. Thought I saw a new fan on here, but I did not. Oh yeah, there is something else I wanted to show you. So Miss Cleopatra has her new leaf coming in. So now would be a really good time to reposition her and remedia her. But I was checking her media. I think her media is fine for another year. I'm really scared to mess with her right now. This is also the one that I call Yin Yang. If you look up the Cleopatra, that is what this one is. But I bought her as a no ID, named her Yin Yang. So in my collection, she'll be Yin Yang, aka Cleopatra. And then look what happens when you actually water your Vanda more frequently. You actually get regular leaf growth. Look at the size of that leaf on this side, and then this one's already starting. There's a third one right there in the middle. But what I want to show you guys is my, oh my goodness, I forgot what this is called. Zigzag, my zigzag. Look. We're going to get some zigzagging. I'm loving that. So the growth that she had prior to me giving her more light and more water, these will not zigzag out because they were already at that stage. Like this is a new growth that is going to give us that zigzag pattern, but I was looking at these today. Look how gorgeous that is. I can't wait for this whole pot to fill in. And then this right here is a new growth that has started. So it possibly will zigzag, but like these back sections here, they're not going to give us that patterning. If they do, it's years and years from now. It's just the new growth that's going to end up doing it for us. Oh, and then that one is the something Summer Love. But look at that nice new leaf coming up there. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love, love, love it.